for normal levels of energy work using tactile imaging. You can perform energy work while you're fully awake, even while you're walking, talking, driving, as it only takes a small part of your mind to actually perform energy work. However, when you want deeper activation of the chakras, you will find that a deep state of relaxation is highly beneficial. And this is because as the physical body is deeply relaxed and begins falling asleep, the chakras activate more strongly. They open like a flower, and then energy work has a much more profound effect upon the chakras. There are a variety of sensations commonly associated with this type of energy work. And these are the tingling, buzzing, heaviness, the thickness, and including adrenaline-like rushes up through your body and different parts of your body, which can be quite breathtaking at times. Now, they are commonly quite strong when you first start doing energy work for the first couple of months, and then they will commonly reduce. And a lot of people think that they're doing something wrong because the sensations have reduced, that neurological feedback is lower. But the reverse actually applies. The heavy symptoms are caused by resistance in the energy body and in the nerves in the physical body not being used to the higher than usual flow of energy through them by electrical activity, which causes a lot of symptoms. And as you continue doing energy work, you'll find the sensations reduce as your physical body's nerves and the energy body become accustomed to a higher than usual flow of energy. Other common side effects for this type of energy work are more vivid dreams and also insomnia. Now, the insomnia is always caused by performing energy work just before you are going to sleep. Energy work tends to invigorate and wake up the mind. So this is easily solved by not doing energy work for an hour or two before you're actually going to go to sleep. Other side effects for energy work, which particularly occur in the first week or two of starting energy work in earnest, are periods of low energy. Now, low energy periods are usually a short-term problem, and they're caused by removing blockages in your energy body through the practice of energy work and through using up more energy than you have stored. For example, when you condition the energy body to handle a stronger than usual flow of energy, this will often deplete your storage, and it takes a little while for your energy body to adjust, but this seldom lasts longer than a week or two. Other common side effects are you may start having more frequent than usual out-of-body experiences, and you may also find any dormant psychic abilities you have will activate. And you may, for example, start seeing auras around people, or you might start having visions. The golden rule is the solution to any issues or problems that might arise through the course of undertaking energy work. Some of the symptoms you might get can be continuing energy body rushes. You may get some cramping or a little bit of pain. It doesn't happen often, but it happens occasionally. You may find yourself getting manic and over-energized. You may find yourself getting a bit loopy. Now, the solution to this is to apply the golden rule, and that is to stop immediately that anything goes wrong, or if you feel worried about something, and take a break. This break can be an hour, a day, a week, or a month, as long as is necessary for your body to adjust and heal itself. Now, this is similar in principle to what bodybuilders do. Bodybuilders will work their muscles out until they burn muscles, and then they'll take a few days break and rest and eat well, and the muscles will rebuild themselves much stronger and larger. And through that process, they develop their body and develop very large muscles indeed. The same principle applies to the energy body. Sometimes it needs to take a break, and it needs to rest and rebuild itself stronger and leaner than it was before. It's important to understand grounding when you're doing energy work, because if you become over-energized, there are ways that you can reduce the energy in your body and to dump the energy in your body into the planet. Now, the first way of grounding is to eat. Have a heavy protein meal and overeat and have a beer or a glass of wine, and you'll find that will shut your energy body down very rapidly. You can also ground yourself in the shower by standing under the shower and using your body awareness to feel the energy flowing down through you and away down the plug hole with the water. Now, you can also lay on the grass or the bare earth and with your body awareness feel a long cord going into the center of the earth and feel your energy flowing into the planet. The sensations you will feel in your physical body caused by the residual targeting sensation method we use to focus your body awareness on particular parts of your energy body are not solely responsible for the sensations you will feel in your physical body caused by the energy work actions themselves. For example, the method we use with the hands, tightening and clenching the fists and opening the fingers a few times, or even clapping the hands to cause a residual sensation, which is used to focus your body awareness senses on so you can move your body awareness up and down through the hand. That action here causes a residual sensation which will last for several seconds or so. After that, any sensations you feel in that area come from the tactile imaging action alone. The minimal sensations you will feel while undertaking tactile imaging is like a magnetic, subtle, fuzzy wave. It's just you can feel something moving through your body, following the point of your body awareness that you're moving through your body. It's like a little subtle fuzzy sensation. It's nothing dramatic, but you can feel it. Now, if you continue working on a particular area like the hand, that will grow into quite strong sensations after a while. And the strength of the sensations will continue to increase if you continue to work on them. No sensation at all after performing energy work for some time, and let's say you've been doing it for a couple of weeks and trying the different actions out and you're not feeling anything in your body. If you don't feel anything, that is not a good health indicator, and it's advisable to go and get a checkup with a medical doctor. If you are having problems connecting with your energy body, with your body awareness senses, there are things you can do which will help enhance your connection, that mind-body connection. Showering can help with this. If when you stand under the shower, you become aware of and feel the water running down over your body. And as you move around under the shower head, you feel the water running down over different areas of your body. You can also use a sponge for this, and you can do this in a bathtub. Get a big sponge and fill it with water and pour it down over different areas of your body, and being aware of the feel as the water moves over your body. And this will help connect you better with your energy body. Dry brushing is also a great help. Get a wooden brush designed for skin brushing from a health food store. They're only a few dollars. And use that to brush your skin, which is a very healthy thing to do. And as you brush over your skin, be aware of the sensation you're causing with the brush as you brush the different parts of your body. And this will help connect you better with your energy body. Massage is also excellent for this. Go and get a massage, or get your partner to massage you, or a friend, and as their hands move over your body, be aware of those hands and where they are in your body, and follow them as they move up and down over your body. And all of these things will help to reconnect you with your body awareness senses. The speed of a body awareness action, as we discussed earlier, affects the intensity of the action and the impact it has on the physical body's nerves and the energy body beneath it. The focus of your point of body awareness also has an impact upon your body awareness, nerves, and the energy body. And by focus, it's like concentration, the focus of will on the action. And you can use imagination to help with this. For example, if you're bouncing an energy ball up and down through your left arm, imagine that energy ball, instead of being light, is made of lead or rock or steel. And of course you need more intensity to ram this energy ball up and down through your arm, so you focus more strongly upon that action. And as you move it through your body, you'll find that intensity has much more impact upon the body, its physical nerves, and upon the energy body beneath it. There is a widespread problem with body awareness energy work, which you will come across occasionally, if not already. And this problem involves parallel bounce actions when you're bouncing from your feet to your hips or from your hands to your arms, up and down. And what happens is the bounce action becomes erratic, and instead of your body awareness moving smoothly up and down through both legs or both arms, this happens. One is slower than the other, and it puts you right out of sync, and it makes it difficult, and it has much less impact upon the energy body. A solution to this is to do an opposing bounce action, starting with one foot and the opposite hip, and move your body awareness in opposite directions like this. And you'll find, even if you've got a slowness problem here, doing it this way will give you a nice, steady, powerful action, and you won't have the same differences in speed involved which were throwing you before. And this solves many, many problems. After you've carried out an opposing bounce action for 30 seconds, say, go back to parallel bouncing and see what happens. It will take a bit of effort and willpower to do the changeover, because energy body momentum will want to keep you moving like this. But focus on a parallel bounce action and put some real effort and focus into that and see what happens. You often find that you now have a nice smooth bounce action, and the problem that was causing the slowness on one side is no longer there. If it is there, however, continue doing an opposing bounce action as long as you need to, because it's most important to stimulate the energy body rather than carry out a particular type of energy work action. There's no saying you have to use parallel bounce actions. The opposing one does exactly the same thing, and the purpose of it is to stimulate the legs. But try now and then going back to a parallel bounce action, and that way you can keep a check on when the problem's been rectified. To improve the flow of energy into and through your energy body, we use fine hand and footwork. Now, by fine hand and footwork, this involves an intense exploration of your hands and feet. Every little knuckle, every little tendon and muscle and joint, one finger at a time. And using every energy work action we have there, working on every little joint and part, and really exploring and exercising every little millimeter of your hands, each side of them. And we also do this on the feet as well. And you will find that this level of work intensifies the amount of energy that can flow into and out of your hands and feet. Now, to further your study on this, you can either get a copy of our energy work program here on astraldynamics.com. Also, you might like to get a copy of my book called Energy Work, or download a copy of my online tutorial, New Energy Ways. The normal state of awake alertness is often called monkey mind. And monkey mind means you've got lots of thoughts coming and going, and ideas and thought words, and lots of activity going on in your mind. Now, in order to achieve a altered state of consciousness, also called a trance state, you need to be able to quieten your mind down, quieten the activity down, which is a fancy way of saying you are allowing your physical body to fall asleep while your mind stays awake. Now, this is the goal of inducing altered states, to put your physical body to sleep while your mind stays awake. And this is tricky. Breathing is a great help in achieving an altered state of consciousness. And what you do is you focus your breathing, you focus your body awareness on your stomach, and you feel yourself breathing in and breathing out. You feel the muscles moving as your stomach moves as you breathe in and out. Now, that focus of mind on your breathing helps enormously to clear your mind of thought words, because the mind needs some activity, something to keep it occupied. Otherwise, it's too much of a shock when you just try and stop thinking. I mean, try stopping thinking now, just for 10 seconds with brute force. Just don't think for 10 seconds. And you'll see it's quite difficult. If you make it at 10 seconds, which most people won't, you'll find it's quite a struggle. It takes quite a lot of effort. Now, this effort is greatly eased if you are focusing on some breathing. Now, achieving an altered state becomes a lot easier with practice. There is an entrainment occurs into quietening your mind of thought words and falling into a deep state of relaxation so your physical body can fall asleep while your mind stays awake. And the longer you do this with regular practice, you'll find you'll be able to fall into an altered state faster and faster with practice. And you may spend in the beginning an hour trying to achieve an altered state of consciousness, and you won't even be sure you're there when you get there. You know, you'll get a heavy, warm wave come over you, but you won't be sure. I've been doing this for decades, and I can achieve a profound altered state in 5 to 10 seconds, even when I'm standing. But this didn't come naturally. I trained myself for that, and my body became entrained. We'll be using a deep physical relaxation system in combination with the breathing techniques to help induce an altered state of consciousness, which tricks your mind into allowing the physical body to fall asleep while your mind stays conscious. The two breathing techniques I teach for this, the first we're just talking about is called belly breathing, and that is where you focus body awareness on your muscles in your stomach as you breathe in and breathe out, and use that to occupy your mind. The second is called nose tip breathing. Now, if you focus your body awareness on your nose, give it a little scratch so you have a residual sensation there, and breathe in and out through your nose, you'll find you're quite aware of the air moving in and out through the nostrils. And if you focus your point of awareness right on the tip of your nose, that sensation will help to keep your mind clear and focused to allow you to push thought words aside. Now, it's a good idea to vary the nose tip breathing and the belly breathing. Do like a minute each or a couple of minutes each, and then switch to the other one. When you are focusing on belly breathing, that focus is also stimulating your navel chakra and your solar plexus chakra. When you are focusing on your nose breathing, you'll find that will stimulate the support structure in your face for your third eye, your brow chakra. So varying these will also help to improve the energy flow through your body. The trance state can be divided into 3 basic levels: light trance, medium trance, deep trance. The light trance state, this is the first level of trance. It is similar to the daydream state, which we've all experienced. While relaxing, your physical body starts feeling warm, cozy, and lethargic. Your eyelids feel heavy. You feel disconnected from reality. If your eyes are opened, you will gaze unfocused ahead, not taking in any details. Next comes the medium or full trance state. This is a deeper gradient of the light trance state, where sensations become more and more pronounced. Entry into the medium trance is marked by a noticeable wave of heaviness and a slight falling sensation. This comes on quickly like a warm, heavy wave flowing over and through you. Here, your physical body actually falls asleep while your mind remains awake. Patterns of light and color, called hypnagogic imagery, can also appear. You see these in your mind's eye behind your closed eyelids. Cobweb-like tickling may also be felt in the face and neck area. This feels like mosquitoes have landed on you and are feeding and tickling you with a little, maybe stinging sensation. If you get these, try not to scratch them, because scratching them disturbs the delicate web of energy that's moving over the facial area. But if they get too intense, move slowly and deliberately and scratch them, and then go back to what you were doing. but try not to scratch them. Hypnopompic sounds, another technical name, can also sometimes be heard. This can range from bell tones to static and buzzing and humming noises, etc. And continuing on from this even into astral sounds, where you might hear voices and other noises. With the medium trance state comes a whole body feeling of warm fuzziness and disassociation from reality. Time slows and sounds appear to be louder and from further away than they really are. A sudden sound can cause a mild shock sensation, like a blow in the navel and solar plexus area. Greater mental clarity is attained in this state, as long as tiredness is overcome and controlled and the mind held awake. This is the trance level most often achieved during early meditation. The room around you will feel larger. Background sounds will appear muffled and far away. This is as if a large cardboard box has just been lowered over your head. You feel a difference in the atmosphere that you can perceive. REM, called REM, stands for rapid eye movement. This becomes active when your dream mind is active. REM activity can happen occasionally when the dream mind becomes active. Remember, your physical body is asleep. REM feels like your eyeballs are fluttering beneath your eyelids. It's quite a noticeable sensation. There's nothing to worry about with REM. It's just a very, very natural thing you do not normally experience because you're asleep. And yes, your dream mind can be independently active while you are independently active and taking part in energy work and meditation. It's like a separate aspect of you. You will be spending most of your time somewhere between the light and medium trance states. As you gain experience, your natural level of trance will deepen and stabilize. The deep trance state. Deep trance starts with all the symptoms given so far becoming more and more pronounced. There can be a noticeable loss of body heat and a slowing of the heart and metabolic rates. There can also be loss of movement ability. You will feel paralyzed, but with willpower, movement can usually be restored. A deep trance state is no more dangerous than deep sleep. It is very difficult, in fact, to get into a truly deep trance state, and most people will not experience this accidentally. If you find you cannot move at all, you are most likely experiencing awake paralysis, which relates to OBE, out-of-body experience. This means you have already projected out of body, but miss the exit experience due to the mind split effect. In this case, after waiting a couple of minutes, concentrate everything you have on moving a single big toe or a single index finger. This will end the OBE immediately. Alternatively, simply allow yourself to fall asleep. You will wake up shortly, none the worse for wear. Inducing an altered state of consciousness, a trance state, involves deliberately using relaxation and mental imagery to put the physical body asleep while keeping the mind awake. This happens naturally as you are falling asleep. We call it falling asleep because it involves a slight falling sensation. Altered state induction tricks the body-mind into allowing the physical body and its brain to fall asleep while keeping the mind awake. There is a direct relationship with the levels of sleep, often called alpha, theta, delta, or even sleep stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, etc., and the level of altered state attained. These levels are classified according to the level of brainwave activity involved. They have many fine gradients and nuances. For example, the theta brainwave state alone can be divided into at least 3 levels: light, medium, and heavy theta. To exist in an altered state of consciousness involves balancing on the razor's edge between being asleep and being awake. This has many benefits and is essential in order to approach Kundalini raising. If you have never experienced an altered state, you can do this easily. Tonight, as you are going to sleep, lay on your back and hold your hands and forearms vertical off the bed, elbows resting on the bed. Allow yourself to drift off towards sleep. As you start to fall asleep, your arms will start to drop and pull you awake again. Repeat this many times and you will experience, for slightly longer than usual, what it is like to be in an altered state of consciousness, with your body asleep and your mind awake. To deliberately induce an altered state, the physical body and mind are relaxed, and mental imagery and body awareness are used to trick the body-brain into falling asleep while leaving the mind awake. Any downward moving scenario will accomplish this. Relax yourself and imagine you are sitting in a mining elevator with open sides, so you can see the rock face of the elevator shaft. It starts moving down, down, down. Imagine you can feel the movement, a slight vertigo, as it starts moving down. Imagine you can see the sides of the elevator shaft, the rock face, moving upwards as the elevator moves down, down, down. Your body will grow heavy and you will feel a shift inside you as your body falls into the trance state, as your physical body falls asleep and your mind remains awake. Meditation involves deep physical and mental relaxation, which leads to an altered state of consciousness, where the body and brain fall asleep while the mind stays awake. The benefits of regular meditation include reductions in stress, anxiety, and depression, among many other benefits. This also enhances energy work, as the human energy body and its chakras become more active in an altered state. Regular meditation promotes spiritual and psychic development, along with psychological growth and general calmness and well-being. Regular meditation practice also develops a progressively stronger connection with your higher self, which could fairly be called your divine aspect. This is a much higher and more abstract part of the collective, which is you. The regular act of meditation can be said to entrain you to accepting a closer alignment and relationship with your higher self. This relationship is key to everything spiritual and metaphysical. It is quite common to have astral projections, also called OBEs, during meditation. This usually occurs unnoticed. When this happens, you will usually only feel an upwards moving wave of tingling energy passing through you, and you'll think something is happening, but it will only last a few moments and then stop. Then, a short time later, you'll feel another wave of tingling energy, which will also stop a few moments later. What has just happened is you have had an OBE exit and then an OBE re-entry, but with no memory downloading into conscious and recallable memory. The dream mind can also become active during meditation. When this happens, you may experience what is called REM, rapid eye movement, which indicates that your dream mind is active and dreaming. This causes an unusual fluttering sensation in your eyeballs behind your closed eyes. It's quite noticeable. This fluttering may continue for a time even after you stop meditating and open your eyes, especially if you stay seated and relaxed. If you ever find yourself awake but paralyzed during meditation or during other exercises involving deep physical mental relaxation, an OBE will be in progress. You will not realize this because of the mind split effect, where a download of the memories of an OBE into recallable memory does not occur. You can easily end awake paralysis by focusing on moving one big toe or one index finger. Basic meditation is much like daydreaming, where you switch off and shift into a kind of unfocused reverie. It is effortless, passive, and extremely relaxing and absorbing. You stop thinking in words and start thinking in images and feelings and just observing. This is a very natural thing to do and very refreshing. It's like taking a short power nap, only way better. Two main ingredients of a meditation state are that you are relaxed and no thought words are used, which is much like what happens when you are falling asleep. It is possible to induce a meditative state by creating the right conditions. For this, your sense of body awareness is used to occupy your mind. The mind does not like to be silent, and it usually chatters away habitually. Everybody has a little struggle at first to silence thought words while learning meditation. But once you get used to this wordless state, it is incredibly enjoyable, relaxing, and refreshing. Visualization can be used to enhance meditation and to achieve altered states. Visualization is imagination. They are one and the same thing. But the term imagination is more descriptive because visualization implies something visual, and the vast majority of people do not have mind's eye imagery or visions of what they are imagining. Those who do get visuals, like having a little TV set in the mind, are using a level of clairvoyance which most people do not have. But you do not need to see what you are imagining. Imagination is fantasy, which is every bit as powerful and clear and detailed as visual visualization. Led meditations are popular today. A led meditation is where you follow a voice, live or on a CD, that guides you through a meditation type experience. Here you are relaxed and no thought words are used by you. You just relax and follow the guiding voice. This makes it easy to fall into a meditative state, into an altered state of consciousness. This type of experience is effortless and it generates internal imagery, much like how reading a novel generates a kind of movie type experience in your mind. There are many altered state inducing sounds available today on CDs and as downloads. These are led meditations, voice guided, with altered state inducing sounds to help deepen your altered state. The best altered state sound to get is the original, developed by Thomas Campbell, author of My Big Toe, who worked with the legendary Robert Monroe many years ago to develop what is called hemisync technology. This utilizes binaural beats of sound to induce specific levels of altered states of consciousness. These are called focus levels. The best altered state sound to get, in my opinion, is called Journeys Out of the Body Hemisync Support. This is a 6 CD set. This CD set is a progressive altered state induction set You work your way through one CD at a time until you can stay awake throughout. Then you move on to the next CD and so on until you reach condition D, which induces the full mind-awake, body-asleep state. Journeys out of the body CDs are a great shortcut and training system. They can save you months, even years of work by entraining your mind to enter very specific levels of brainwave activity, specific altered state levels. Hemisync works by playing a different signal into each ear and forcing your brain to synchronize at whatever the difference is. For example, if you play 10 Hz into one ear and 13 Hz to the other, your brain will hear and sync to 3 Hz. Binaural beats are designed to mimic the brainwaves produced during specific levels of altered state. You can use journeys out of the body on headphones, earbuds, or even over speakers because it is optimized for surround sound. However, always start with headphones or earbuds if you are new to this technology, as the effects of the sounds are more powerful that way. Also, make sure you use studio or monitor type headphones that play only the pure sound produced. Most common headphones alter the sound to make it sound better in headphones, which damages the hemisync signals. Also, if you rip these CDs to an MP3 player, do not use compression tighter than 192 Hz, as tight compression will damage the signals. Lastly, you can also get pillow speakers, which is a pillow fitted with little speakers, if you don't like wearing headphones or earbuds in bed. Body awareness focus helps to induce and hold onto an altered state. The mind needs to be occupied in order to stop thinking in words, which is a lifelong habit, and body awareness focus helps overcome this habit by giving the mind something to do. Body awareness breathing is a good way to induce an altered state. Here, the mind's focus of body awareness is fixed on breathing, on belly breathing, feeling the rise and fall of the belly as you breathe in and out. Or by nose tip breathing, focusing on the air passing in and out of your nose as you breathe. There are also listening methods for inducing altered states. Here, your mind's focus of body awareness is not on breathing, but on listening. A good example of this is to listen to some feel-good music and to put all of your attention into listening to a single instrument. You might, for example, listen only to the drums. Try the following. Relax, close your eyes, and take a few breaths to settle yourself. Listen to the music, focusing only on one instrument. Within a short time, you will find yourself slipping into an altered state, even if you've never done this before. This method is good for general meditation, but to go deeper, you'll find that music causes emotional responses that will interfere. Non-musical sounds are also good to meditate with. The sounds of rain and wind and surf, etc. You can purchase CDs with these kinds of sounds. If your environment is too noisy, there are ways to create a quiet space for yourself. A good quality set of noise cancellation headphones is a great help for this. Play rain or surf sounds or the sound of wind through the trees, and the headphones will enfold you in blissful silence. Another way to meditate involves listening. Relax relax, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths to settle yourself. Then, listen to the ambient sounds around you. There is always something, even if it is just a hollow kind of echoing nothingness. Continue this for a few minutes and feel yourself settle more and more into a relaxed state. Next, shift your attention to your body and listen to the internal sounds it makes. The sound of your breathing, the sounds of your heart beating. Move your focus of body awareness to your chest and listen and feel your heart beating for a minute or so. Then move your attention down into your belly and listen there. As you become more and more relaxed, you'll start to hear other internal noises, including the sound of blood and fluids moving through your body. Move your focus of body awareness slowly throughout your body and explore it. Meditation-related phenomena can occur as you move deeper into altered states of consciousness. Your body will fall asleep while your mind stays awake. This phenomena can include visual imagery, like the static seen on the TV off station, behind your closed eyes, colourful patterns of light, and even pictures or full-blown visions. You may also hear sounds ranging from static like hissing, humming, buzzing, and even occasionally voices and other sounds. This internally generated phenomena can be very interesting, and watching or listening to them is not a bad thing to do. However, it is best to ignore all of these visual and audio intrusions and keep your focus on your meditation. Too much attention on internal phenomena is distracting and can cause emotional responses that will interfere. Keep a journal and write down what happens after each meditation experience. I recommend you try all these methods. A combination freestyle type meditation and altered state induction can also work. For example, focus on belly breathing for a while, then shift to listening, then shift to nose tip breathing. Do not be afraid to experiment. You will naturally stick to the things that work best for you. Moving between different methods also helps to alleviate boredom and keep you conscious. Boredom itself becomes a barrier with lengthy meditation sessions. This is something that will need to be overcome in order to develop the stamina for long session work, which is necessary for raising Kundalini. Meditation and the ability to work in altered states of consciousness is something that takes practice and perseverance to do well. Be patient with yourself and try to have some fun on the journey. Now for a little discussion on issues relating to altered states. First off, do not allow yourself to fall into spontaneous trances for no good reason, particularly if you're in mixed company. Always stay firmly in control of yourself. When you first start regularly meditating and entering altered states of consciousness, you may experience some aches and pains in your body. This is normal. This is because the flesh of your physical body hangs differently on your frame. Your physical body is asleep and deeply relaxed while you are sitting erect, so your muscles do not maintain the tensegrity that normally holds your body together. This is only a temporary problem, and it will pass with a few weeks of regular practice. Your muscles and tendon will soon stretch the little bit needed to allow for altered state activities. People in the modern world, by and large, carry profound sleep deficits. They do not get enough sleep. And this adds up like the debit on a credit card. When you start meditating and working in altered states, this can cause huge problems. A sleep deficit makes it difficult to remain conscious. Remember, existing in an altered state is like balancing on the razor's edge between being asleep and being awake. Too much residual tiredness will pull you strongly to the sleep side. This becomes doubly problematic if you tend to meditate in bed or laying flat. The obvious solution here is to catch up on your sleep. A workaround for this is to use slight discomfort to help you to hold your mind awake. For this, use a hard wooden chair with no head support or something similar. If you must lay down to meditate, do it on a hard surface with a couple of small pillows for your neck and head and under your knees. Adjust the level of discomfort until you find what you need to keep your mind awake during altered state work. Keeping a journal of your meditation sessions and other exercises is really helpful. This allows you to keep track of what worked and what did not work, so you can apply this knowledge to help improve your practices. This brings us to the end of the free energy work program, and I hope you enjoyed it. You are now ready to tackle any of my other programs or any of the work in my books. Body awareness tactile imaging energy work makes everything work better, and this includes Eastern styles like Tai Chi, Qigong, healing, raising Kundalini. Everything chakra related and energy related works better. There is only one way to move energy, and that is with your body awareness tactile senses. Visualization alone will not move energy. That is, however, unless you are connecting to your tactile senses. Some people do this automatically, which is why some other systems work for some people. Once you connect with your energy body and start feeling and moving your own energy, you will find that your energy will come into play in many other areas of your life automatically. A question I am often asked is, how far can I go using this system of energy work? Well, the answer is the sky is the limit, really. Once you know this system of energy work, it's just a matter of practice before you can do things like activating and raising your Kundalini, consciously exiting your body through astral projection, healing, anything. It's all energy related. For more information about the potentials of energy work, I recommend you look at my book called Energy Work, and also look at some of my programs here. Energy work tutorials are given in all of my programs and books, but they are of course much more advanced than what we have here in the free program. But we all have to start somewhere. This new free program, however, is the best primer yet. If you can do what you have learned here in the free program, you can do anything in any of my books and programs, including manifestation and self-healing, astral projection mastery, raising Kundalini, and defense against the dark arts. Check them out.